I didn't realize I paused my screen sharing. I thought I paused the recording at first. Hello, everybody. My name is Jamie, and I'm your host for today. I'm here to cover this trade and this goes out to Deborah. This is dedicated to you since you said my my recordings on the channel were outdated. So this is I'm going to tell you about a trade I took today on ES. I took two losses, and then I took profit on NASDAQ, and then I waited for the FOMC to take a trade here. So I'm going to tell you about it. First of all, where was market open? Market open here. And one of the things we've been talking about is looking at a particular setup. And so usually what we're doing is we're looking for a swing low, two candles to close above it, then price to come down, do whatever it's going to do, and come back up to an order block, and then take that to, low hanging fruit or new week opening gap or week open. Like those could have been your targets, like for the short. So we've been on this call since 9 Eastern. And so pretty much kind of just, watch price, do its thing. And because we're on this call all day today, it was like we could be patient and we could just wait for a setup. So where I went wrong was initially was I took some trades over here, and I think I was on the where was I at? I guess I could put my executions on, but it's on a different account. So but I was looking at here, let's see if I can find it. Yeah, it was on the 2-minute. So I was over here and I thought I saw the setup. So I saw the short-term high, two candles close above it. And then I was like, let me wait for it to come down here. But before then, I was like, well, this is an order block and this is an order block. So surely this is going to be a propulsion block, and price is going to dip in here and it's going to go run up. And it was like, no, it had some more down to go. So there was I already took the liquidity off, but we ran this liquidity here, and then we ran this liquidity here, and then we had the setup again. So I took a loss up here, and then I took a loss down here, but then I flipped over to the NASDAQ and I saw the setup and I took it and I got my money back, and I made enough to pass my combine. So that was that. So then we were looking at this over here and I was like, okay, here's the setup again. Short-term high. We had more than two candles close above it. We got our change in state of delivery. Then wait for the price to come back down to an order block. Now, I canceled my trade because I think I had to walk away. I think I went to go get something to eat. So I was like, whatever, I don't care. If I missed the trade, I missed the trade. So I missed the trade, and somebody in the group took the trade and made her profit off of it. And so I missed the trade. And obviously, you would have taken it up to low hanging fruit. So take profit here, take profit here, here. We got liquidity up here, here. Any of those would have been fine for that trade. So then I saw the setup. What time frame was I on? I got in, I think it was over here, but I want to see if I can show you the setup. Yeah, here we go. So short-term high, candle close above, bullish candle above, retrace into the order block. Order block. I mean, this was perfect because there was no drawdown. It was beautiful. It was beautiful. No drawdown. Price went up. There was this fair value gap right here, and that kind of freaked me out because I was like, oh my God, is it going to come take this liquidity? And then I knew that I was like 20 minutes before FOMC. So I was like, oh my God. So once it started coming down here, I had moved my stop and got stopped out. It dipped back into the order block, and then it came up and took out this low hanging fruit up here. So that would have been a great trade. It would have been beautiful. And one of actually it didn't come up here. It pushed up here, but I would have been out before the news. So, you know, I guess sometimes what you could do is target the rejection block. And then that's what it would have been on in this case. So anyway, I got stopped out of that with a small profit. So then we were watching the chart, and FOMC news hit. Oops. What was it at 11 o'clock? Federal fund rates and FOMC statement was at 11 o'clock. So I was like, okay, clear the deck. Don't want to be in a trade when that hits. So that hits. And for people that were short, you know, all they had to do is have their take profit here and they got rich, right? But then I was like, okay, let's see. Like we ran, there was sell side liquidity down here, but I have it off my chart. But if you like look over here, you had a low here, ran this low, ran this low, ran this low, and then created relative equal lows here. So then I was like, okay, let's get on the hunt for it to deliver buy side. So what do we get? We get our setup. I'm gonna take this liquidity off just so it's not so many lines, but just to see how we ran it here, ran it here, ran it here, then ultimately came down and ran it here. So I'm gonna take these off so it's not too many lines. So then we got our setup. Short-term high, close above bullish, close above bullish. It did all this, whatever it did up here. I had my order. I had my order. Right here at 50% of this range right here. So typically I would do it like of this order block. Let me see if I changed it. Yeah, it must have been, oh, let me look on the 3 minute or the 2 minute. Let's see. Let's see what the 2 minute looks like. Yeah, I'm not sure what I measured over here. It could have been this whole range. Let's look at the 5 minute. No, it wasn't that. So I'm not sure what I had, what it was, but it looks like I had measured this range here. So I had my my buy order right here at 50% of this little range right here. Price came down, tagged me in. Now, mind you, you know, we're in the throes of FOMC press conference. So I was being a big Billy badass, but I just tried it because I think the risk, if anybody remember, I think it was only like 250 or 300 or something like that. So it wasn't risking a whole lot. And so it came and tagged me in, and next thing you know, it's just climbing, climbing, climbing. I'm like, yeah, baby. I know I'm not supposed to be excited, but and I got out here because I'm trading the Top Step combine, and I only can make, you know, they have the what do you call it? Consistency rule. So that's really the most I can make on that trade in that combine. So I hit that, and it was so beautiful. And so now it'll be interesting to see what happens because we have a short-term high here, close above, close above, close above, retrace down, order block. Look at that. Oops. So there's the setup again. Measure your order block. Came down to 75%. So if you had your order at 50%, you'd be in profit right now. So yeah, that's it. Anybody got any questions? Oh, let me check the chat. Yeah, no. That's
No
it.
questions, but great job, Jamie. You had been seeing the same setup multiple times today, so
Yeah.
you really stuck to the setup, one setup, so and it
Yes.
paid out. So great job.
Yeah. Thank you. Oh my God, I want to cry.
That's awesome. Good
Yep, you
job.
did really good.
Yeah.
And even your kind of expectation, even though you didn't need it to keep running, I felt like you had even the entry, the stop, and the take
Yeah.
profit, the whole ATM,
Yeah.
advanced trade management.
Yes, auntie. Oh my God, that was so good. Oh. But tomorrow's another day, you know. So what do? We do what we did today is rinse and repeat. You get to the charts, you sit and you wait. You do your tape reading, you know what I mean? You try to understand what's happening on the chart. And look how it almost got up to midnight open and rejected off of midnight open. You know, so people who had their take profit here got a little smack in the face real quick, you know. But I mean, you know, that it's just you, God, you just keep on doing the same thing. And
Yeah, that
Mhm.
was a great, the way you called it out and kind of framed it for
Yeah,
those of us that took it. I think that's an excellent point because with it being a heavy news day, it was really worth about taking a trade and not necessarily kind of holding.
yeah, yeah. That's
So
the that's the thing I like about Top Step. Like it kind of forces me because like if I wasn't in Top Step and had that rule, then I probably would have been like trying to hold it to midnight open, like it's gonna go to me, and then just been like, oh my God, and then letting it trace back all the way down, all damn near to my entry. You know what I mean? Because maybe I didn't move my stop up or whatever. You know, just bad trade management. But I like that about Top Step to where I could just you know, get out with that the magic happens in the PM session. Authored by Tamikapedia. Yeah, so that was great. Okay, so Deborah, I hope you learned a lot here. And you know, the goal was something like this. You know, our goal today was to look at ES, SPX, and SPY. So anybody could have, you know, taken that trade. Let's see what it looked like on ES. I mean SPX. So it's the same thing. Short-term high, close above, close above. That ain't the same thing because this is it coming down right here. Short-term high, close above, order block, take it, target. You know. So this same pattern happens every single day, multiple times a day. Yeah, no problem. No problem, Wayne. Okay. All right, that's it. Nobody else have any more questions? When we finish, it'll download and I'll drop it on YouTube and I'll drop it in the community chat thread. Amazing. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. All right, we stop recording. Stop recording.